Hello, beautiful people. I'm Zoe, Rabbit Amos, psychic medium, healer, and many other things. So, if this is your first time watching, I am going to do a collective reading. And yeah, sometimes I will do videos with things in mind, like maybe something has come up and I know that I need to talk about it or address it, or gather messages around it. And other times, similar to today, I'm just going to pull from my oracle decks. I have 4 different decks here that are animal based, so, and I just looked up and I've got my logo up in front of me, which is a rabbit, of course. So I think we will be pulling from the animal decks, or deck, probably multiple ones, to see what spirit is wanting me to touch on today. Okay, so I'm quite drawn to this one first. Messages from your spirit animal guides. I'm being indicated the throat at the moment too. So throat chakra, usually that's around not being able to speak or feeling like you can't speak, or you're needing to speak on something, but we will see what comes from the deck as well. I do personal readings, healings, crystal grid healings, distance healings, in person, and I go live on Facebook doing card pulls for people at 8:30 on Sundays, New Zealand time. I'm just going to pick this card up. Oh, Ladybug, this is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all good things in your life. I'm going to pull another card as well. With this, I feel like if it's linked to the throat, I feel like saying don't stop yourself from receiving. Don't stop yourself from receiving. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Keep your sense of humour and don't take things too seriously. So it kind of feels like, where are you going to keep your mindset? Where do you want your mindset to be? Do you really believe and feel that good things are coming? Or do you feel that you're not quite worthy of them coming, is kind of what's coming through with these messages. I can feel there's more in this deck. It's making me work for it. So, okay, interesting. It's making me work for it, okay? You've got to put some work in here, and you've got to meet, I feel like saying people halfway, but I don't think it's people. I think it's almost like a project. You've got to put the work in, you've got to show up, and you've got to do it, and you've got to feel that you are worthy of it, and it is going to work. Thank you. Okay, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. So this is like a lean, and I still feel it in my throat. It's kind of going down a little bit to the heart chakra, but it's mostly in the throat. So I wonder if there's been people in your life who have made you feel like you're not worth it. Like maybe you're trying to pursue something that isn't of the norm. And I just say, ding, 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 good, like, good. We're not meant to be here doing these mundane things. Yeah, look at this. The period of darkness that the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. I feel like this is a trust thing. I'm seeing like a free fall of like letting it go. There's some things that I'm going down into the sacral chakra now, being shown sacral. There are things that are like, it feels deep rooted in childhood where it's going to be needing to be let go. Also being drawn to this orange, orange, sacral chakra. So maybe after this, if you want to, if I say, you know, highlight any chakras or anything like that, feel free to hop off this video, hopefully when it's done, and go have a look at, if I say throat chakra, look up throat chakra healing frequencies, you know, dive into the healing. So we've got do a walking meditation each day for the next week. So the thing is too, is you don't have to take these so literally. It could be more that walking is highlighted for you. Maybe meditation is highlighted for you. Maybe each day of the next week is highlighted for you. It could be something completely different, but again, throat. Maybe it's a matter of showing up for yourself. Okay, every week I'm going to do this, and making sure that you do it. And then it's very important for, if you don't do it, if you don't feel capable of doing it, actually allow yourself some grace. You don't have to beat yourself up if you're not doing it. You know, my set goal is to do these videos every week on a Friday. Today it's Saturday, and last week I didn't do it. I'm not beating myself up about it, okay? Sometimes there are things that come, you know, actual genuine proper excuses, whatever you want to call them. Things happen, you know, but I think it's a good idea, especially I keep getting drawn to each day for the next week, like setting yourself some goals and holding yourself accountable, you know. And also sorry about my throat, and this reading is nuts. Yeah, like it's about showing up for yourself, but also allowing for grace, so that you're not getting into this, it's a repeated cycle of beating yourself up. And it's like, I think other people have done that to you, and it's become ingrained, and now it can F off. It's time to go. You know, you've got cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. What is it that people have been, they've ingrained things in you, you know? It's funny because I'm getting drawn to greens as well, which is heart chakra, so it's hurt you a lot. And you've held on to it, and you've believed it, and you've been actively kind of living it, and now it's time to not. Now it's time for you to realize, oh shit, that's what I've been doing, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So firstly, you make the decision, I'm not doing that anymore. And then secondly, you have to allow for grace, because when we have these realizations, it's kind of from a soul level, but then our human has to catch up. That's the way I put it sometimes. Our soul knows things, our human has to process. The soul will indicate something, the human has to then catch up. And well, I suppose it depends on what it is, but the soul knows, the body will follow. It takes longer for the body and the human to click on and do these things. That's why we have to allow for grace. Okay, Weasel. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and around you. So sometimes we'll get these feelings, especially in our chest and our gut. And it's almost like an alarm bell. But sometimes if you're not in tune with your intuition, it can be misinterpreted as danger, alarm bells, go away from it, stuff like that. But sometimes it's because we're scared. You know, naturally, maybe we're scared. It's scared to go out of our comfort zone. I keep feeling like you're wanting to start something up, or maybe you have already started something up, and it's scaring you, and the fear is kind of holding you back to a point of moving into it. This is why I keep hearing grace, 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 grace. Allow yourself grace. Look at this, zebra. Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. You know, when we step into our roles, you know, our soul roles, whatever you want to call it, when we step into it, it can be freaking terrifying. I've done lives on Facebook for the last 4 years now, I think. And for some reason, coming on YouTube scared the shit out of me. Very interesting. And to be fair, from an outside point of view, now I'm thinking about it, all I'm doing right now is sitting in my room and talking. That's all I'm doing, right? When I'm doing a live, I'm interacting. I'm having feedback on the spot, live, for people to see, you know what I mean? So on paper, maybe that's actually scarier, but I think I built myself up to be able to do it, which is why now I'm building myself up to do this. I feel okay now doing these things, and it's probably because I have the experience of doing the lives, right? They're showing like stepping stones, like we are building up to do these things. You can do these things. We need to stay away from people sometimes who are going to project their shit onto us, you know what I mean? Who are going to go, oh, how are you going to do that? Oh, shit. And then you go away, shit, how am I going to do that? You know, that's their words. You don't need to listen to that. I'm telling you, you can do this. This is amazing. Whatever it is, like, especially if it's out of the norm. If it's soul-led, your soul's telling you to do something. And I know you can feel your soul's telling you to do something. And you can do it. So sometimes we need to peel away from these people. It doesn't mean you have to shut them fully out. It just means maybe you need to put a beautiful bubble around yourself where it's like protection. It's funny, I'm looking at this. This is my protective stone that I do when I do readings and stuff like that. You know, sometimes we have to interact with people who will put doubt in our minds, but at the end of the day, it's up to us to build up our own inner, you know, dialogues and stuff like that. It's up to us to go, I actually choose not to believe that, you know what I mean? There's people who, they probably think I'm a dick for doing this stuff, but they might even watch it. Who knows? You know what I mean? Who cares? You can't care about that sort of stuff anymore, you know? Or maybe you can care, but try not to absorb it as such. You know, I'm a carer too. I do care sometimes about what people say and do, but overall I don't absorb it. It's their shit. So we've got Panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or work. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or workplace. So it's reminding me of this bubble. What are you going to do to protect your own energies? What are you going to do to protect your beautiful mind and your thoughts? Okay, that's funny. We'll do another deck. They want another animal deck. So also, maybe as well, I put up a post on my Facebook saying, you know, is there an animal that you are drawn to? What is it? I'll use the example of rabbit, okay? So let's say rabbit is one of my spirit totems, which clearly it must be if I've gone under the name rabbit. So then I would Google rabbit, spirit, animal, totem, meaning. So if you're drawn to an animal in particular, or if an animal comes to mind now when I'm saying this, have a look and see what comes up. You know, you may even get a message within that. Okay. I like this spider. It's interesting. I actually, I've had a few or more instances where I've literally had spiders come down and even dangle in front of my face, like in my lounge or my bedroom and stuff like that. And that's usually when I'm getting, you know, a little nudge from spirit. Zoe, go draw something. Zoe, pull cards, be creative. So Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. It's time to step into yourself, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people I'm talking to, you are. So I don't want to invalidate that, you are. But this is the message coming through. You know, it's safe to, you're allowed to. I like this on the bottom, cheetah. Get clear on your intention, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve your goal. And I'm actually drawn to this underneath. This was on the bottom of the deck when I first pulled. Humpback whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. So once again, they don't have to be the exact words. It's, to me, this is more pointing towards the healing. This is going to be a healing period. Things may come up and they may hurt, you know what I mean? But it is good because then it will leave your body. It will leave. Let these, my throat, let these accumulations of other people's bullshit and projections leave your beautiful mind, you know? Sorry about that. My throat is impacted in this one. So I'm going to grab another deck. You know, feel free to comment, like, what are you doing? What is it that you've been wanting to do? It doesn't even have to be like business, career type stuff. It could be, man, I've been really wanting to learn how to oil paint, but I'm a perfectionist and I feel like if I do the first stroke and it's wrong, I'm going to throw it away. You know what I mean? It could be heaps of different things. I do feel like it's a gearing up to like kind of show, doesn't have to be the world, but show the world, show people around you who you really are, you know. I feel like I'm talking to people that have beautiful talents that are like a bit hidden, you know. And they're showing like, it's funny, like a fine line pencil of like, it sounds funny, just taking your time, like calligraphy type thing, like take your time. It does not have to be perfect. It really doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, now I'm drawn to this one. We'll do this one. So I've got Animal Kin Oracle. Sorry, my words aren't coming out quite properly today. Well, today, but not in this reading. Okay, what else do these beautiful people need to know? Oh, no, come out nicely, please. Sometimes a lot will fall out. I do like when they come out very obviously sometimes. Other times you have to really feel it out. So, thank you. Oh, interesting. You know the little chunk that fell out? This was the one on the top. So, chameleon energy. Energy. So, where are you placing your energy? Who has access to your energy? How are you going to raise your energy? How are you going to clear your energy? You know, all these sort of things. I'm loving this purple. It's coming into like third eye, crown chakra, more crown. So it's like listening and leaning into spirit, listening and leaning into those beautiful thoughts, not those thoughts of, oh, how are you going to do that? You know, those sort of things that make you doubt yourself. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Chameleon as well, like I feel like a change up. Adaption, but change up. You're allowed to completely change your colours now, is kind of what I'm getting through this card. Okay. Anything else? Yep. If anyone ever like has a question or wants any sort of advice or anything like that in the comments, feel free to, you know, ask whatever, even if it's not directly to do with this message in particular. Oh, thank you. Okay. There's 3 that came out. We have intelligence. To me, I feel like your intelligence has been questioned a lot. And it doesn't need to be. We also have the octopus, right, which is also interchangeable. Like, they change and they adapt and they get bigger and smaller, and they, you know, they can do so many different things. They're amazing. They blow my mind. We have cat, which is mystery. You don't have to tell everyone what you're doing. No one has to know what you're doing. It doesn't matter. It's not their business. And then we have perception. So the beautiful giraffe. Perception. Where is your perception? Where is it at and why? Do you feel it's a good, healthy perception? Is it needing some tweaking? Because I'm seeing a little bit of a radio fine-tuning, tweaking of it. Yeah. This is the message. Show up with grace. Give yourself grace, but show up. Put your plans into play and show up for yourself. You know, I feel like that's the overall message here. So yeah, thank you for listening to me. If you want to get in contact or anything like that, I'll put everything down below. And yeah, so I just send you love. Give yourself grace. And yeah, that's the message. Thank you.